Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel Computer Science Classes by Nikhil Srivastava, and in this video we will continue our discussion on views. And so if you go to this PowerPoint presentation, and what is the first line that I have written? In Mysql, views are not only queryable. So we have seen that views are queryable, like if you create some view, you can query that view also. But there is one more important property that is associated with views, that they are also updatable. But how come views can be updated? Because we saw in the previous video that views are just logical abstractions. So whenever you update a view, like you insert, update, delete into something into a view, then the underlying table based on the view gets changed. Okay, so that's what I have written over here. So in Mysql, views are not only queryable but also updatable, which means that we can insert, update or delete statements on views to change the underlying table. So whenever you insert, update or delete something on a view, the underlying table gets changed. So this is very important. Let us try to understand this. And so here, for example, this is my table, select star from the emp1 table. Suppose this is my employees table, and now I have created this suppose view v1. I'll drop it, and then I will create a view. Suppose the name of the view is v1 as select the star from which table? From the emp1 table. Okay, suppose now I create this view, and so if I say select star from v1, if I write like this, then v1's, what is the definition of v1? The definition of v1 is select star from emp1. So when you say select star from v1, then you will get all the details of the employees table with every row in every column. And now let us try to do something. Let us try to insert something into v1. So what will happen? Suppose I say insert into v1 value. Suppose there is one employee. Suppose the name of the employee ID is 5 and the name of the employee is Amitabh, and what are the columns? Then manager ID. Suppose manager ID is 2, and then department ID. Suppose say department ID is 20. Okay, so you have inserted into which view? You have inserted into this view v1. But see what has happened. If I say select star from emp1, if I write like this, then in the underlying table the data has got changed. If I suppose say something, if I write update not the table but the view. What was the name of the view? v1, and set suppose dpt id equal to 10, where eid equal to 5. Suppose I write like this. So now I have updated the employee ID of 5 to be what? To be of department ID 10. Previously it was department ID 20. Now if again I have made this modification inside the view. See, I have not made this update modification inside the table. I have made it inside the view. So once now you go and you select star from the emp1 table, then what is happening? You see the underlying table is getting updated. And now if you say delete from suppose v1, where suppose ename equal to Amitabh. Okay, if you go to delete this, then again if you say select star from emp1, then what is gonna happen? Underlying from the underlying table, it is getting deleted. So is every view updatable? No, this is not a fact. Okay, this is not correct. Only simple views are updatable. So what do you mean by simple views and what do you mean by complex views? So let me take a notepad and write it. Okay, just a notepad, and what I will say, only simple views are updatable. And mind you, when I say updatable means when you update a view, that means the underlying table gets updated. So if you have so views are of we saw in the previous slide that views are of two types. Simple views, I think I have written it. See, views can be either simple or complex. So if the view is complex, then it cannot be updated. Okay, or it is not updatable. So here, if you see the second line, only simple views can be updated. So it means that views containing joins, having group by, order by, aggregate functions are not updatable. Okay, so that means if in a query you have something like, if you have joins in your query, if you have group by, order by, or some aggregate functions in your query, and you form a view out of those, these clauses, then your view is not updatable, or the view becomes a complex view. Let us try to understand this. Suppose I say, so there are some metadata view. There is one metadata view, information schema dot views. Okay, so I can have metadata information about views. Okay, so what query will I write? I will go to the notepad and I will write select table underscore name, comma. You see there is one column, and that column is the this is the is updatable column. So it is telling whether the column is whether the view is updatable or not. Okay, so I will select it also, comma is updatable. From where? From information underscore schema dot views. Okay, and I will say something like this, where table underscore schema equal to so I have to give the name of my database over here. I have to give the name of the database in table underscore schema. So let us see the metadata information associated with the view. I have just copied it. Sorry, I think okay. Now let me copy it again, and let me go to the database, and I can paste it. It's not getting pasted. I'll again copy it. I'll go to the database, and okay. So alright, I think I have not created where table name is equal to, okay, table underscore schema is equal to there was a spell mistake. So again, now let us just copy it, and I'll go over here and paste it. Let us see. So this view, this is the v1 view. Because it is a simple view, it is selecting just the data from the table. It is a updatable view. So you are getting is updatable equal to true. Now let us do something. Suppose there is my table, and this is the employees table. Okay, now let me frame some some complex query, and suppose I say I want the count of all employees in the department per department. So what I will say, select count star. So I have already dealt with this dpt id from which table, from the employees table, and then I will say group by dpt id. And yeah, this is one query. Suppose if you go and if you copy it, and if you go to the database and you try to run this, then you are getting the count of all employees in every department per department. Then I will create a view out of it. So what will I say? Create view v2 as, suppose this. Okay, so this is my view v2. Let us again copy it and paste it. Okay, so the view is created once when I say select star from v2. Okay, if I say select star from v2, so this is this is giving the same result. Okay, the count of employees per department. But now if I go and do something like this, I get the metadata information associated with every view. So here I am getting the metadata information associated with every views. So see, this v2 view that we have created is not updatable view. That means if you make some modifications to this view, it will not be reflected in the underlying table. Okay, like this. For example, suppose all right. First, so this, I think this much is clear. So there were two views. The v1 views was select star from emp1, and v2 views is giving the count of all employees in per department. So v2 view is not updatable. Why it is not updatable? See, this only simple views can be updated. If you go to the second line, that views containing joins having group by and order by. So here if you just see the view that I have created, it is creating what? It is creating a group by clause. So that means this view is not updatable. So let me try to make some modification in this view. I will say update. Suppose the name of the view is v2. So v2 is not updatable. Suppose I will say Set okay, there is always a good option to alias this column. Suppose I will say C and T. Okay, and since I've already created the view, so one option is that I delete the view, or I say create or replace view. Okay, so I will choose the second option. Okay, all right. So all right, now again if I say select star from V2. Okay, so now previously I have not aliased this column, so I cannot access it. But now I have aliased this aggregate function. I have aliased it as what, C and T. So now I can access it. How? Suppose I can do something like this. Select C and T from V2, where dpt id equal to, say, suppose 10. I can access it also. So now let us try to make some modifications. Suppose I try to update the view. Update V2. Set what? Set cnt equal to 5, where dpt id equal to, say, suppose 10. See, there it is giving an error. The target table V2 of the update is not updatable. Okay, even if I try to update the view, it is not getting updated. Why? Because V2 view is not updatable view. Why? Because here you see I have when I fetch the metadata information associated with all the views, then I am getting that this V2 view is not updatable. Okay, clear. So this is this is about the updatable views. Now let us move forward and try to understand one more thing. So you can also create views with the check option. Okay, so if you go to some other databases like Oracle database or SQL Server database, they have some check constraints. But MySQL unfortunately does not have a check constraint, but you can create views with check options. So what is this check option? If you want to have some constraint of your own. Suppose what can be constraints of your own? Suppose I say that no employees of the organization can be less than 18 years of age. I say that in my organization no employee can get a salary of less than 30,000. I say that so there can be many constraints. Let us try to put in place one constraint. Suppose this is my select star from emp1 table. Okay, then I move forward and I create a view out of it. Now first of all, let me add a column to the table. Alter table, which table? emp1 add, suppose add a column, and the column is, say, suppose age, and it is of type int. I have added one column. And now so if you say select star from which table? From the emp1 table, you will get the age also, but age has been set to what? It has been set to null right now because you have just added the age column. Now I will create a view. Suppose the name of the view is v3. Suppose as what? Select star from emp1. Select star from emp1 where age is greater than 20. Okay, all right, I have created this view, and I'll just update this, and I'll update the table also. Suppose I say update emp1 set age equal to 23, where eid equal to 1. I'll write this. Suppose where eid is equal to 2, I'll set the age to be 25, and suppose now where eid is equal to 3, I'll set the age to be, say, suppose 17, and where eid is equal to 4, okay, 4, I will I'll create the age as, say, suppose 19. Okay, so if I say select star from emp1, then you will get all these records. But now when you say select star from v3, what will you get? You will get only employees of age greater than what? Greater than 20 years of age. Why? Because you have created this view like this. At select star from emp1, where age is greater than what? Where age is greater than 20. Now I want that suppose I try to insert into this view v3. Insert into v3 values. Suppose there is one employee 5, his name is Amitabh, and suppose his manager ID is 2, his department ID is, say, suppose 10, and his age is, say, suppose 18. If I try to do it, it is getting inserted. See, select star from V3. Select star from EMP1. See, this row is getting inserted. And what is the age of Amitabh? It is less than, see, we inserted Amitabh through which view? Through the view V3. And the age of Amitabh is less than what? It is less than 20. But here you see the view definition. What is the view definition stating? The view definition is stating, if you just observe, the view definition V3 is what? It is created with, it means that all the employees, it is selecting the employees with age greater than 20. But using this view V3, I have inserted a row inside the EMP1 table with age less than 20. So this is not a good practice. So I want to keep a check constraint on this table. So how will I'll keep a check constraint on this table? Suppose I will now do something like this. I will create the view. See, I will I'll just I think I'll just okay, where it is. All right. Create or replace view. What is the name of the view? V3 as select star from which table? From the EMP1 table where age is greater than 20, and then I will add a special option with check option. Okay, suppose now I create a view, but now in the end of creating the view I have said what? With check option. So what does it with check option means? Is used to maintain consistency of view. So this clause prevents us from updating or inserting. See, inserting or updating rows which are not visible through the view. So what will this mean? This will mean now through the view V3, you will not be able to insert any employee with less than 20 years of age. Okay, so if I try to do it, for example, I say insert into V3, suppose values. There is employee with, suppose employee ID 6, his name is say suppose Hemant, and his manager ID is say suppose 2, his department is 10, and then his age is say suppose less than 20 years of age. Suppose his age is say about 14 years of age. Then what will happen? It is not going to insert it. Why? Because the check option has failed, because we have created this view V3 with a check option that age should always be greater than what? It should be always greater than 20 years of age. Alright, and then now suppose I do something like this. So I'll just see. Okay, now if you try to do something and you do like this, suppose now you create an employee with 24 years of age, then it is going to get inserted. By because it is going to check the consistency condition that age should always has to be greater than what? It has always to be greater than what? It has to be greater than 20. Okay, clear? I think it is clear. All right, let us try to see some more interesting situations in which we can apply the with the check options. For example, I will just so here I can again see if this view is updatable or not. For example, I go over here and I just copy it. This view V3 we have just created. Let us try and test out that whether this view V3 is updatable or not. Yes, it is updatable, because we inserted data into the employee EMP1 table using which view? Using the V3 view. Okay, so let us I'll just take one more interesting example of this with check option of check constraint. Suppose I want this is my employees EMP1 table, select star from EMP1. This is my EMP1 table, and I again alter the table and table EMP1, suppose EMP1, I'll add a column, and that is the mobile number of the employee, and I say suppose it is of length varchar 100, whatever it may be. I created one column. Now I will do, create view, suppose I will say view 4 as select star from which table? From EMP1. Okay, select star from EMP1 where I say mobile. So so I am an Indian, so in India mobile number it starts with 91. Okay, it starts with 91, and then it is 10 digits long. It is 10 digits long. So what will be what wildcards can I use here for, you know, so the mobile number will be something like this: 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. 10 underscores will be there. So mobile number belonging to India will be something like this. So I want that all the mobile number should be like this. So now I say where mobile like what? Mobile like, I'll just copy it. All right. Okay, let us copy it and I'll paste it over here. Okay, and then if you try to do it, then now suppose I try to, so what is, you know, if I say DSC v4, you'll get all the information related with v4. Now I say insert into what? Insert into v4 values. Suppose there is an employee with ID 7, his name is Mahesh, and his manager ID is, say, suppose 2, his department is 10, his age is, say, suppose 21, and then his mobile number is something like this, you know. Suppose it is something opposite like this, you know. It's not okay. So I have not created this view with check option. So I will say create or replace view4 as what? Then I will say with check option. So now whenever, you know, you are going to insert some row inside the employee table using the view v4, the mobile number has to be something like this. Now if you try to insert like this, suppose there is an employee and the employee ID is 8, his name is suppose Anand, and his okay, his manager is 2, his suppose his age is, say, suppose 25, and now if you try to do it, see, the check option will fail because the mobile number has to confirm with something like this. It has to start with 91 and followed by how many digits? 10 digits, for example. Now if you do create, suppose you start the mobile number with 91 and then you add 10 digits, okay, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 and then 1. Suppose these are 10 digits, okay. Now it will get inserted, okay. So this way you can, you know, you can add some check constraints in your database that, you know, mobile number has to be something like this, or the, you know, the employee name has to start with some, you know, some fixed alphabet. So all these you can do using these check option, okay. So thank you so much for watching my videos. So this video we just covered, you know, what were updatable views and, you know, using the with check option. Okay, so one more thing I'll just, you know, I'll tell you DSC. Suppose I say DSC information underscore schema dot views. If you write like this, then there is also, you know, there is one more option, that is the check underscore option. Let us try to explore this also. For example, I just go over here and is updatable, and then I will say check underscore option, okay. And now again if I select it, let us see what is happening. Okay, it's not get selected. All right, I'll just copy it, and oh, it's not getting pasted. Again copy, and then I will paste it. See, so views v3 and v4 were created with what? Were created with check option. So here you are getting what? Here you are getting cascaded, okay. So it is like this, and view v1 and v2 were not created with check option, okay. This we already saw, but all, you know, v2 view is a complex view, so it was not updatable, but v1, v3, v4 are updatable views, okay. So this is the way we work with views, and thank you so much for watching my videos. Please do comment, like and subscribe to all my videos, and you know, I would like to give a message that all those who are viewing this video, that start loving and accepting yourself the way you are. You may be fat, you may be good, not so very good looking, you may be, you know, you may be having some problem, this problem, that problem, but you know, the solution to all the problems is that starts when you start to love and accept yourself the way you are, okay. So self-love is very important. Try to love your own self. Thank you so much.